Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and the Q&A you have all been waiting for has just arrived. Thank you all to those of you who have sent in your fabulous questions for my 8th Q&A on my channel to celebrate my recent milestone of 3K subscribers. I will answer each of these questions as honestly and as best I can. Thank you all heaps of all the wonderful and sweetest messages about my mum's birthday yesterday. And last night I rewatched one of her absolute favourite Disney classics, The Aristocats, and uh, it, it's it's still as magical today as it was in our childhoods. And I have your awesome questions written down here. I didn't receive as many this time as I was predicting, but still, I will most certainly answer them right now. So, Aidan asks, the one place I would love to live. Maybe Canada. I have no idea why. I just think Canada is breathtaking. Especially in autumn, my favorite season. I just love to live out in the woods in a cabin, and uh, and then and it's the perfect temperature too. And uh, and uh, he also asks my eyes. Oh, that's hard. I guess in terms of musical idols, Taylor Swift would totally be my idol. She is a living legend, and uh, I and also Miley Cyrus would be another. I just adore her Flowers album that she released at the beginning of the year, and favorite Disney animated movie as a kid. Oh, The Lion King. Is that even a question? That's my favorite movie ever, and I watched that movie as a kid more than any other. Literally, like uh, the Lion King. I know that movie well, literally like the back of my hand, uh, uh, and favorites Mario game character. Oh, Peaches, 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 I love you. That's your answer. Peach is my favorite Mario character. I agree with Bowser there. And in the Super Mario Brothers movie, she's even better than she was in the games. Reza Sembert O2 asks, how am I able to balance work and YouTube? I balance work and YouTube with YouTube. I don't tend to post every single day. Some days I am uh, too uh, too tired or too occupied to do a video, or and the days I'm free, I certainly make sure I upload. But I at least post a minimum videos of once a week. And but so in October, that's a special month for me because it's my birthday. That's when I upload every single day. And Stardust's question, favorite dog movie? Oh, All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's one of the most emotional movies you will ever see. Period. And Frozen 2 fan 2004 asks, Infinity War or Into the Spider Verse? Well, I love Infinity War far more now than I did at the time, and now Infinity War would certainly make my top 10 best of 2018. So would Into the Spider Verse. I can't believe I only rated Into the Spider Verse 4 stars on rewatch. It's become my favorite Spider Man movie, and I hope Across the Spider Verse can live up to it, if not top it. So I'd have to say uh, probably uh, probably uh, in Infinity War, because I just think it had a little more balls with its ending. And I mean it's just it's it's slightly more ambitious, but Into the Spider-Verse is no question a masterpiece of animation. When will I see Across the Spider-Verse, or have I already seen it? I'm afraid I haven't gotten to see it just yet, as I, well, was on holiday in Devon this weekend at my godmother's, as you saw in my vlog. But hopefully this weekend or Friday I'll get to check it out. But I will certainly see it and review it for you all. It's on my review list this June, no question, as is The Flash. Yeah, superhero movies in June tend to be highly successful, and could Beyond the Spider-Verse be the best of the trilogy? Fingers crossed. I'm sure it can, if uh, what everybody says about Across the Spider-Verse is correct. And Thunder, could Thunderbolts be your favorite superhero movie of 2024? Oh, I would love it to be. I mean, there's a great chance it could be, as I don't think there's any major DCU movie releasing that year, so the MCU uh, may have it in the bag next year. And thoughts on Sony announcing Spider-Gwen spin-off? Oh, fuck yes, I am all for that. That could be better than all the three Spider-Man verse movies. I mean, it could be the best. That could be the greatest Sony Pictures animation movie of all time, because Spider-Gwen is literally the number one character in that franchise. And Endgame or Joker, oh, I would give the slight edge, tiniest edge to Joker, just because I'm a DC fanboy. But Endgame would come microscopically close. They are both practically on the same level. And uh, Ruby Gillman or Kung Fu Panda 4, which one are you more hyped for? Oh, I never thought I'd say this, but Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, that looks like it could be the first great DreamWorks movie since How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World. And plus its original, Kung Fu Panda 4 is a sequel. I mean, and I'm a little concerned that Jennifer Yu Nelson, who directed Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3, is not coming back to direct the fourth film, which is surprising. I thought she was the CEO of Kung Fu Panda, but I will make more videos on Kung Fu Panda 4 further to that movie's release. And most anticipated movie of 2025, this exact same as yours, buddy, Frozen 3. Need I say more? I mean, hopefully that will be the most uh, perfect and electrifying Disney animated achievement since The Lion King. It has potential to be that perfect. And favorite video on your channel? Oh, my favorite video of yours would probably be your uh, probably your uh, Lorax rant. I just find that ridiculously entertaining when you're ranting about the Let It Grow song. I mean, I agree that song is absolute shite, and I will rant on the Lorax 2012 someday. Oh, garbage adaptation of Dr. Seuss's beloved classic. I mean, even Grinch 2018 is better than that. And uh, are you seeing Oppenheimer in cinemas despite it releasing the exact same day as Barbie? I sure am. I mean, I will always support Christopher Nolan on the big screen after he did his best to keep cinemas alive during the height of the COVID pandemic with Tenet. And even though I'm certainly more hyped for Barbie, I mean, I will still make time to get a date in to see Oppenheimer in cinemas. And Luke asks, how come you tend to disrespect critics' opinions on movies that you dislike and they like, and don't just to respect their opinions like how you do with your fans? Oh, I'm sorry if it sounded like I was disrespecting critics' opinions. I mean, when I say I'm shocked critics liked this movie that I hated, I am not bashing them or wishing harm on them by any means for liking a movie that I hated. I'm just doing it for comedic effect. That's all. And now Jake asks, what are some movies you wish got a sequel to this day? Oh, The Golden Compass. I mean, I know it's not as uh, awesome as the His Dark Materials TV show, but I think A Subtle Knife and Amber Spyglass movie could have improved over the little shortcomings of The Golden Compass. I think they cancelled the movie trilogy too soon, if I'm being quite frank, and I also wish Great Mouse Detective got a sequel. I think that cliffhanger at the end of the original kind of revealed that lady to be Olivia's mother, who Basil and Dawson meet at the end. So there are several they could do with Basil because he's a detective. Think of the endless adventures and cases he could solve. And uh, actor or actress you wish had more roles. Oh yeah, I do wish that Katrina Bozen had more roles. I think she is hugely underrated, and I, I, I mean, she was the uh, best character by far in Piranha 3 Double D, and she deserves more, better material than that for sure. And you should watch her in last year's Hallmark movie. She's adorable in that. And as for actor, I wish got more work. I wish Jay Baruchel got more work. I mean, we all know him as Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon, but other than that, he's barely stars in anything else. And movie you liked as a kid but dislike now, or vice versa. Oh well, as a kid, I was terrified of the movie Balto. I mean, especially the bear scene. But now on as an adult, so now I think Bolt is a uh, animated gem, easily the best of the Bolt trilogy in comparison to its two sequels and movie as as for uh, movie I liked as a kid but dislike now, well, uh, I I didn't mind uh, the Cat in the Hat when I first saw it, but so now I can see it is a heaping pile of cat shit and an unhappy 20th anniversary to that uh, uh, anal rape to Dr. Zeus's work. It deserves a rant. And do I uh, ever wish hand drawn animation would make a comeback to Fierce's? 1,000,000%. Like, hand drawn animation should never be abandoned. Do you think a movie based on Crash Bandicoot could work? I don't see why not. So if it was animated, like, and if it took after the Super Mario Brothers movie and not the overrated live action Sonic movies, and now uh, onto the second half of the questions. Uh, uh, any horror movie victims that you wish survived? Oh, Brie in Friday the 13th, 2009. She was the hottest character in that movie. My God, she had the body of a goddess. Why did she have to die? Seriously. And I kind of wish she was the central protagonist of that movie, in all honesty. And any movies uh, good, but didn't need a sequel. Oh, Joker 2019 is exceptionally good, does not need a sequel. No idea why they're making Joker 2 a musical. I mean, and Lady Gaga, as multi-talented as she ain't gonna be no Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Let's face it. And uh, do you feel a certain animal isn't fairly represented in media? Oh, yeah, like I think sharks are unfairly represented as being man-eating monsters when they're not at all. They are far gentler than you would think. Like humans can swim with sharks so without getting eaten, and yeah, it's a shame Jaws shapes everybody's opinion on sharks in a bad way, and also tigers are misunderstood in movies. Like I know Shere Khan being from the Jungle Book being the most famous movie tiger, but we need more tiger protagonists because they are some of the most endangered of the big cats and deserve far more protection and conservation. And any film you will never review, no matter how much somebody requests you. Oh, well, I hope to review all movies someday when I get to, but there's not a movie that I would never review, even if it's a movie I would despise with a passion. It would still be awesome to bring you guys a fun rant uh, and Tess and Kat asks thoughts on a live action Lilo and Stitch remake. It's gonna suck, like most of the Disney remakes. And why remake Lilo and Stitch only 21 years after the original? Seriously. And favorite older and younger filmmaker. Oh, favorite older filmmaker would uh, uh, would be James Cameron. He technically counts as an older one as he's approaching, well, he's approaching his 70s now. He's going to turn 69 this summer, and he's still on fire with the Avatar sequels, so fair play to him. And a favorite younger filmmaker, oh, I would say Greta Gerwig. I think she's done well phenomenally with her career already with uh, Lady Bird and Little Women, and now Barbie coming in a month's time. Which you all know I am stoked as a fuck for. Disney or DreamWorks. Oh, that's like picking between apples and oranges. You know, you love both, but they're both so different. But I just give the tiniest edge to Disney because, well, Disney invented the art of animation, and Disney practically invented film to this day. And but DreamWorks would come ever so close because How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World, well made by them, is the only movie that could rival The Lion King for my favorite for me. And thoughts on Shrek 5? Yeah, we don't need it. Uh, Shrek Forever After wrapped up everything. I mean, what more could you tell with Shrek? Are you just gonna have Shrek be a grandpa and you know come out of retirement or something? It's yeah, I do not see what story you could do with Shrek 5 and also favorite game of all time, Detroit Become Human. Easy. I mean, if you've watched my playthrough of it last year, you'll know what I'm talking about. And are you a cat or dog person? Oh, I'm both. I adore both and have affection for both cats and dogs. Like cats and dogs seem to love my company, and they are highly intelligent in that they can sense which people are cat and dog friendly. And Elemental or Inside Out 2, which are you more hyped for? Oh, probably Elemental, as that's an original movie, and Inside Out 2, there is always a chance it could be inferior to the first film, but we'll see. And most underrated Possum movie. Oh, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, easily. Like, I do not know why everybody rates that as the worst Wizarding World movie. Come on, it is way better than the Half Blood Prince, and I mean, I I wish people would give Crimes of Grindelwald more of a chance because how could they not love the opening scene, the soundtrack, and that electrifying final battle and twist at the end? It's and as for underrated of the original 8 Harry Potter movies, I'd say Deathly Hallows Part One. Yeah, just because it has lots of camping scenes doesn't mean it's not an intense and compelling drama. That's suitably raises the stakes for part two. And top three Star Wars characters, awesome question. I would say Rey would be my number one from the sequel trilogy. She is my crush, and then Chewbacca at number two. You gotta love Chewie, and uh, third would be uh, BB-8 because yeah, BB-8 is it's just extremely lovable, and uh, now uh, uh, where do I see myself in 5 years? Oh, well, I have no idea because the beginning to this decade, well, I had no idea it was going to go the way it did in a million years. But if I was to see myself in 5 years, hopefully I'll be have a full independent home of my own, hopefully a girlfriend or wife, and hopefully I'll be further into the movie industry than I am, and hopefully I'll be able to drive myself with a car. And Nitka Hickas asks, thoughts on casting for live action How to Train Your Dragon remake? Oh, the casting sucks. There I says it. I will make a rant video about my disdain for the casting decisions for Hiccup and Astrid. Seriously, they look nothing like the Hiccup and Astrid from the animated trilogy, and they are in no way, shape, or form gonna be a patch on Jay Baruchel or America Ferrera, the irreplaceable true Hiccup and Astrid. What's my favourite childhood movie? I kind of previously answered that, The Lion King, and Dumbo too. Lion King and Dumbo were my two go-to Disney classics in my earliest years. And favourites Frozen 2 character. If you're talking about in general, then Elsa, because she gets the most epic moments into the unknown and show yourself, and she has the most gorgeous look in her fifth spirit form. But if you're talking about the new characters, then Honey Marin, she would be the perfect love interest for Elsa in Frozen 3. Hope she gets 10 times more screen time in the third movie. And uh, are you a fan of horror movies? I'm 50-50 on them. Some I enjoy and others not so much, but Halloween is when I do put on one or two, like the Scream movies. The recent ones I have particularly loved, especially Scream 6, and thoughts on the Creed movies. The first Creed is pretty awesome. Creed 2 is my favorite of the trilogy, and Creed 3 is the weakest, but still a satisfying conclusion. And Evan Down 208 asks, are you still friends with the Dragon Critic, aka Leo Bryan? Sadly, not sadly. I have now ended my friendship with him. We ended our friendship 3 years ago now because uh, let's just say he let me down, and and I did not enjoy being. I did not enjoy chatting with him anymore. And finally, Star Wars fanboy 928 asks, have you thought of watching Owl House? Thank you so much for the recommendation. I will maybe later this year and review it if I can, but for now I have no thoughts on it. But thank you all so much. That was my 8th Q&A, and I hope I answered your questions as well as I could. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A, and if you wanted to answer those questions yourselves, what would be your answers to some of them? Please comments and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you all next time when I have reviews of Across the Spider-Verse and The Flash coming. And I'm also going to review B-Movie and the Cinderella animated trilogy as requested. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.